Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Ike. I appreciate you all being here. And today I'm going to be checking out another one from the artist Ren. This tune is called Hi Ren, and it's off of his 2022 album of the same name. The last song that I reacted to from Ren, which was also my first song that I reacted to, was called Vincent's Tale Starry Night. And it became quickly apparent to me through all of the renegades, as they say, that I got out ahead of my skis on that one. You know, I started a little late in the game. A lot of people were suggesting that I go back and start with Hi Ren. So that's what I'm going to be doing here. I'm going to kind of reverse course here and start from the roots, as they say, you know. But I did listen to Vincent's Tale Starry Night, and that track absolutely blew me away, man. It had so many different avenues to explore. It was honestly just like one of the coolest musical amalgamations that I've heard in quite some time. This dude is extremely talented, a legit chameleon-like musician that can just flawlessly navigate multiple genres. And yeah, I was extremely impressed. You know, so needless to say, I am beyond stoked to check this one out and continue my Ren journey. Before we kick this reaction off, if you guys are enjoying the content and you wouldn't mind throwing me a like and or possibly subscribing, that would be awesome and much appreciated. And without further ado, let's jump all the way into this one. We're taking it back and starting proper. This is Ren with Hi Ren. It's like a butcher with a pig's mask on. It's crazy. Wow. Nice run. Cool. Wow.
Hi there, Ren. It's been a little while. Did you miss me? You thought you buried me, didn't you? Risky. Cause I always come back. Deep down, you know that. Deep down, you know I'm always in periphery. Ren, on your pleased to see me. It's been weeks since we spoke, bro. I know you need me. You're the sheep, I'm the shepherd. Not your place to lead me. Not your place to be biting off the hand that feeds me.
Hi, Ren. I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself since my therapist told me I'm ill. And I've been making some progress lately, and I've learned some new coping skills. So I haven't really needed you much, man. I think we need to just step back and chill.
Alright, so my initial thoughts on this song right off the bat, I'm really digging the concept here. It's kind of sticking with that institutionalized feeling. He's being wheeled in by a character that looks like a butcher with a pig's mask on, you know? I love the entire stripped down feeling of this video. It's just him chilling with the guitar, you know? The opening guitar line on his intro here is really cool. And then he just proceeds to go off, laying down some intricate runs. I didn't realize what a solid musician he was in terms of like instrumentation because he wasn't playing any instruments in the first video that I saw from him. You know, I didn't find out till later from people in the comments that he was basically like a Prince in a sense, that he kind of does a little bit of everything. This video definitely showcases his guitar skills. But yeah, I love the introduction here, and I really like that part where he like, hit that little almost operatic section where he was hitting those really cool falsettos. reminded me of the classic opera. And then he just transitioned right into this really cool slapping guitar groove, you know, where he's hitting the strings and kind of creating that percussive drum sound. Really fantastic playing and singing.
I've been taking some time to be by myself since my therapist told me I'm ill. And I've been making some progress lately, and I've learned some new coping skills. So I haven't really needed you much, man. I think we need to just step back and chill.
Ren, you sound more insane than I do. You think that those doctors are really there to guide you? Been through this a million times. Your civilian mind is so perfect to always being lied to. Okay, take another pill, boy. Drown yourself in the sound of white noise. Follow this 10-step program, rejoice. All your problems will be gone. Fucking dumb boy.
Nah, mate. This time is different, man. Trust me. I feel like things might be falling in place. And my music's been kinda doing bits too. Like I actually might do something great. And when I'm gone, maybe I'll be remembered for doing something special with myself. That's why I don't think that we should talk, man. Cause when you're with me, it never seems to help.
You think that you can amputate me? I am you, you are me, you are I am we are one. Split in two, that makes one. So you see, you gotta kill you if you wanna kill me. I'm not leftover dinner, I'm not scraps on the side. Oh, your music is thriving, delusional guy. Where's your top 10 hit? Where's your interview with Oprah? Where are your Grammys, Ren? Nowhere.
Yeah, but my music's not commercial like that. I never chase numbers, statistics or stats. I never write hooks for the radio, they never even play me, so why would I concern myself with that? But my music is really connecting, and the people who find it respect it. And for me that's enough, cause this life's been tough, so it gives me a purpose I can rest in.
Man, you sound so pretentious. Ren, your music is so self-centered. No one wants to hear another song about how much you hate yourself. Trust me. You should be so lucky, having me inside you to guide you, remind you to manage expectations, provide you perspective. That thing you neglected, I get it. You wanna be a big deal, next Jimi Hendrix, forget it.
Man, it's not like that.
Man, it's just like that, I'm inside you, you twat.
No, it's not, man, you're wrong. When I write, I belong.
Let me break the fourth wall by acknowledging this song. Ren sits down, has a
Loving
stroke of
this.
genius. He wants to write a song that was not done previous. A battle with the subconscious, Eminem did it.
Played on guitar.
Plan B did it.
Man, you're not original, you're criminal. Rip-off artist, the pinnacle of your success is stealing other people's material.
Ren, mate, we've heard it all before. She sells seashells on the seashore.
Fuck you, I don't need you, I don't need to hear this. Cause I'm fine by myself, I'm a genius. And I will be great, and I will make waves, and I'll shake up the whole world beneath us.
That's right, speak your truth, your fucking God complex leaks out of you. It's refreshing to actually hear you say it instead of downplay it.
Music is all about the creative process, and if people can find something to relate to within that, then that's just a bonus.
Fuck you, I'ma fucking kill you, Ren.
Well, fucking kill me then, let's fucking have you, Ren.
I'ma do it, watch me prove it. Who are you to doubt my music? Cause I call the shots, I choose if you die. Yeah, I call the shots and so I choose who survives. I'll tie you up in knots when I lock you inside.
Newsflash. I was created at the dawn of creation. I am temptation. I am the snake in Eden. I am the reason for treason. Beheading all kings, I am sin, with no rhyme or reason. Son of the morning, Lucifer, Antichrist, father of lies. Mustopheles, truth in a blender, deceitful pretender, the banished avenger, the righteous surrender when standing in front of my solar eclipse. My name is stitched to your lips, so you see, I won't bow to the will of a mortal. Feeble and normal, you wanna kill me, I'm eternal immortal. I live in every decision that catalyzes chaos, that causes division. I live inside death, the beginning of end. I am you, you are me, I am you, friend.
Yeah. Man. I like that.
Hi Ren, I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself, and I've spent half my life ill. But just as sure as the tide starts turning, just as sure as the night has dawned, just as sure as the rainfall soon runs dry when you stand in an eye of a storm. I was made to be tested and twisted. I was
Like
made
that.
to be broken and beat. I was made by his hand, it's all part of his plan that I stand on my own 2 feet. And you know me, my will is eternal. And you know me, you've met me before. Face to face with a beast, I will rise from the east and I'll settle on the ocean floor. And I go by many names also. Some people know me as hope. Some people know me as the voice that you hear when you loosen the noose on the rope. And you know how I know that I'll prosper? Cause I stand here beside you today. I have stood in the flames that cremated my brain, and I didn't once flinch or shake. So coward the man I've become when I sing from the top of my lungs that I won't retire, I'll stand in your fire, inspire that me to be strong. And when I am gone I will rise in the music that I left behind. Ferocious, persistent, immortal like you, we're a climate different side.
I like that vocal right there. And I love the entire concept of this song here, the back and forth. He did mention Eminem in this, which I got that vibe too. Like, I think he's referring to like the guilty conscience, you know?
Who are you? I'm your motherfucking conscience. That's nonsense.
You know, but just a very cool and interesting dichotomy that he has going on here. And it also reminded me even more so in a sense of this track by DMX called Damien.
Okay. But who? Name D like you, but my friends call me Damien, and I'ma put you into something about this Damien.
You know, where he's also in this internal struggle with the negative and positive forces of his own subconscious. It really does touch on such a human struggle. You think that you can amputate me, I am you, you are me, you are I am we. We are one split in two that makes one, so you see. You gotta kill you if you wanna kill me.
Why you wanna put a gun to your head?
Not my head, Tyler. Our head.
Interesting.
But yeah, man, Ren's lyrics are deep and they can really paint pictures. And I really love the line when he says, some people know me as hope. Some people know me as the voice that you hear when you loosen the noose on the rope.
Death is so final, whereas life is full of possibilities.
And I like how he hits this singing line.
So coward the man I've become when I sing from the top of my lungs that I won't retire, I'll stand in your fire, inspire the me to be strong. And when I am gone, I will rise.
Yeah, that part's really cool, and it sounds a little bit reggae influenced, you know?
So coward the man I've become when I sing from the top of my lungs that I won't retire, I'll stand in your fire, inspire that me to be strong. And when I am gone, I will rise in the music that I left behind. Ferocious, persistent, immortal like you, we're a climate different side.
I like that vocal right there, that was cool. Full circle. Loving the guitar work here. Nice. He's going off.
When I was 17 years old, I shouted out into an empty room, into a blank canvas that I would defeat the forces of evil. And for the next 10 years of my life, I suffered the consequences, with autoimmunity, illness, and psychosis. As I got older, I realized there were no real winners and there were no real losers in psychological warfare, but there were victims and there were students. It wasn't David versus Goliath. It was a pendulum, eternally swaying from the dark to the light. And the more intensely that the light shone, the darker the shadow it cast. It was never really a battle for me to win. It was an eternal dance. And like a dance, the more rigid I became, the harder it got. The more I cursed my clumsy footsteps, the more I struggled. So I got older, and I learned to relax. And I learned to soften, and that dance got easier. It is this eternal dance that separates human beings from angels, from demons, from gods. And I must not forget, we must not forget, that we are human beings.
Wow. That was deep, man. What a hell of an introduction. Generational artist right here, people. All right, so that was Ren with Hi Ren, and what a proper way to start this journey, man. I appreciate all you guys letting me know, and once again, I'm absolutely blown away. His guitar playing is phenomenal. He can lay down some really interesting and creative leads and play some really interesting chord progressions. You know, it definitely seems like he knows some solid music theory. You know, and of course, his vocals are next level. He's got a great singing voice, man, especially his falsetto, and really great control with some solid vibrato. And I'm not even really sure what I can say about him as a lyricist. He's just phenomenal. The ideas and the concepts that he puts down, his ability to interconnect themes, his ability and willingness to express his vulnerability and talk about, you know, a lot of his medical issues, and then express those in a really creative, lyrical way. Just really top tier stuff, man. And even though this video was much more modest and stripped down than Starry Night, he still had some really cool visual tidbits. I liked how he had certain lights flickering during certain sections of the song, you know, especially the part where it got a bit chaotic. The flickering lights added to that whole vibe in a cool way. And I really like how the camera starts moving, especially towards the end, how it pans around and moves in sort of awkward ways, you know. And of course, I love the ending monologue. It wrapped everything up nicely. I'm really digging his style and even more so his creativity. So once again, I appreciate all the suggestions and all the insights, and I want to thank you guys for checking out this latest Ren reaction. Catch you guys on the next one. Till then, peace.